Hello students, in this video I am going to explain the most important MCQs based on all the units, and the subject is compulsory English. This is of FY Become class, semester is second and university is SPPU. The most important 170 MCQs are going to be discussed in this video and very much important for the upcoming examinations. Dear students, on the screen now you can see which topics, which units are covered. All three sections are there: prose section, poetry section, and communication and life skills. Please go through all these topics so you can understand. Now the first one is the first topic, that the first unit we are going to discuss, and 15 MCQs are given on this particular topic. And what is prose section? Unit number 1, Indra, Nooyi, a corporate giant. Please read the question, see the options and guess the answer. Now question number 1, in which year did Indra Nooyi join the famous food and beverages company as a vice president of corporate strategy? So 1995, 1994, 1993, 1992, and the correct answer is 1994. Second question is on the screen now. Fill in the blanks. Indra Nooyi is a slash and dash business executive. American born Indian, Indian born American, Indian born British, and the correct answer is 3, Indian born American. Next question is on the screen. Question number 3, again fill in the blanks. Indra Nooyi is the dash CEO of PepsiCo's 41 years old history. Second, sixth, fourth, and last option is fifth, and the correct answer is fifth CEO. She was the fifth CEO. Next question is on the screen. Which of the following companies were taken over by PepsiCo in the tenure of Indra Nooyi as a CEO? So the names are given: Quaker Oats, Tropicana, both, none of the above, and the correct answer is both 1 and 2. Both the companies were taken. Number 5, question number 5. Why has Nooyi been driving critical cross-business initiatives to enhance the operations? And the correct answer, see the options, and the correct answer is to meet the changing needs of customers, consumers, and retailers. Next question is on the screen. Identify the persons who served as CEO of PepsiCo from the below given options. Options are given: Stin Raymond, Roger Enrico, Don Kendall, Van Calloway, and all the above, and the correct answer is all the above. All were the CEOs. Next question, question number 7. Who is the present CEO of PepsiCo from the below given options? And options are given: Sundar Pichai, Steve Raymond, Indra Nooyi, Raman Lagurta, and the correct answer is number 4, option number 4, Raman Lagurta. Next question, question number 8. To whom does Indra Nooyi give credit to the success of the company? To herself, previous CEOs, employees of the company, and both 2 and 3. And the correct answer is option number 4, both 2 and 3, previous CEOs and employees of the company. Next question, question number 9. What policy did Indra Nooyi adopt to create a helpful family support system? And the 4 options are given, and the correct answer is, what is the correct answer? That is hired nannies, option number 2. She hired nannies. Question number 10. If proper atmosphere is not created at workplaces, the companies, state or private, must remain. And options are given, and the correct answer is satisfied with worried and unsure employees. Question number 11 is on the screen. Choose the correct meaning of the word equipoise from the below given options: most advantageous, guide, recognize, and number 4, a fine balance or equilibrium. And the correct answer is a fine balance or equilibrium, option number 4. Next question, question number 12. What kind of a company is PepsiCo? Options: famous food and beverages company, famous internet providing company, famous steel industry, famous cloth company, and the answer is a famous food and beverages company. Next question, please read the questions first so you can understand it. Question number 3. Indra Nooyi served as a CEO of PepsiCo till 2016, 2017, 2018, 2020, and the correct answer is 2018, option number 3. Question number 14 is on the screen. Identify the correct statement regarding Indra Nooyi. Indra Nooyi never wanted to join PepsiCo. Indra Nooyi did not recruit lady staff. Indra Nooyi's planning and policies did not make the company famous. And the correct answer is Indra Nooyi followed the what is the correct answer? Indra Nooyi followed 3 rules for rising to the top of the PepsiCo, option number 4. What is the next question? Next question is on the screen. In which year Fortune magazine named Indra Nooyi at rank 11th in the magazine's rankings? 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, and the correct answer is 2005, option number 2. Now next unit, we are going to discuss the MCQs based on unit number 2. And what is that? Unit number 2, Appro JRD by Sudha Murthy. Now please read the questions carefully and guess the answer within a fraction of a second. Now question number 1, choose the correct occupation of Sudha Murthy. 1, technology, 2nd, philanthropist, 3rd one is writer, and 4th one is all 1, 2 and 3. And the correct answer is all 1, 2 and 3. Question number 2 is on the screen based on Appro JRD. Sudha Murthy began her career with dash company. Options are given: Wipro, Infosys, Telco and Reliance, and the correct answer is option number 3, that is Telco. Question number 3 based on Appro JRD. In which year did Sudha Murthy start Infosys Foundation, a non-profit organization? Options: 1996, 1997, 1998 and 1999, and the correct answer is option number 1, 1996. Next question. Question number 4. Sudha Murthy, being a prolific writer in both which languages? Marathi and English, Kannada and English, Hindi and English, and the last option is Bhojpuri and English, and the correct answer is option number 2, Kannada and English. Kannada and English. Next question. Whose photos is / are on the wall of the office of Sudha Murthy? Dhirubhai Ambani and Jamshedji Tata. Read the remaining options, and the correct answer is JRD Tata and Jamshedji Tata. Next question is on the screen. Which of the following thing made Sudha Murthy so much angry? Number 1, her result of graduation, the job requirement notice with a note, lady candidates need not apply, her low attendance, her friends, and the correct option is the option number 2, the job requirement notice. Next question. Question number 7. To whom did Sudha Murthy address the letter regarding gender discrimination? Jamshedji Tata, Dhirubhai Ambani, JRD Tata, and last option is N.R. Narayan Murthy, and the correct option is JRD Tata, option number 3. Next question. Question number 8. Sudha Murthy was called for an interview as a response to her letter at which office? Pimpri office, Mumbai office, Hyderabad office, and Delhi office, and the correct option is Pimpri office, option number 1. Next question. Who said to whom? Young lady, tell your husband never to make his wife wait. Again, Narayan Murthy to Sudha Murthy, Sudha Murthy to another lady from office, Suman Mulgaonkar to Sudha Murthy, and JRD Tata to Sudha Murthy, and correct option is option number 4, JRD Tata to Sudha Murthy. Next question. What subject did Sudha Murthy study at the master's level? Options: computer science, electrical engineering, robotics, and last one is instrumentation, and the correct answer is option number 1, computer science. Next question is on the screen. From which institute did Sudha Murthy complete her masters in computer science? Indian Institute of Technology, Mumbai, Indian Institute of Science, Indian Institute of Engineering, and Government Engineering College, Mumbai, and the correct option is Indian Institute of Science, option number 2. Next question. 12. Sudha Murthy saw JRD Tata as a role model for options: his simplicity, his generosity and kindness, the care he took of his employees, and option number 4, all 1, 2, 3, and option number 4 is correct. Next question. Sudha Murthy and her husband started which of the following company? Airtel Teleservices, Sintel IT Industries, Infosys, and the last option is Wipro, and the correct answer is option number 3, Infosys. Next question. Question number 14. Sudha Murthy started Infosys Foundation, a non-profit organization that focuses on the programs in the fields of healthcare, rural development, education and art, and all the above, and the correct answer is number 4, all the above. Next question. Question number 15. Which is the hometown of Sudha Murthy? Pune, options Hubli, and third Chennai, and number 4th is Bangalore, and the correct answer is Hubli, option number 2. Now the students, we are going to discuss the MCQs based on unit number 3. and the title of unit number 3 is Fur by Saki. This is a story, Fur. And the questions are on the screen now. Number 1. First question, Saki is a pseudonym, pen name you can say, William Porter, H. Wells, Robert Lind and Hector Hugh Munro, and the correct answer is option number 4, Hector Hugh Munro. Next question, based on Fur. Question number 2, Hector Hugh Munro was an author, British author, American author, Australian author or German author. So correct answer is British author, option number 1. Next question, question number 3. Who is the false friend in the story Fur of Saki? Who is the false friend? Eleanor, Susan, both 1 and 2, and last option none of the above, and the correct answer is option number 1, Eleanor. False friend. Question number 4. Saki's story Fur depicts the betrayal and deception by an relative, friend, enemy and manager, and the correct answer is number 2, friend. Question number 5. Susan expected on her birthday in the story Fur. Fox furs, umbrella, fan, and last one is fancy footwear, but she expected what? Option number 1, fox furs as a gift. Next question, who are the friends in Saki's story Fur? Who are the friends? Ronnie and Jimmy, Eleanor and Bertram, Susan and Jimmy, and Eleanor and Susan, and the correct option is number 4, Eleanor and Susan. Next one, whose birthday is going to be celebrated in the story Fur? Ronnie, Eleanor, Susan and Bertram, and option is number 3, Susan. Next question, identify the narrative technique used in the story Fur by Saki. Third person narrative, second person narrative, first person narrative, and none of the above, and the correct answer is the third person narrative, option number 1. So all these are the questions we discussed based on Fur. Now we are going to discuss the questions based on unit number 4, Prose after 20 years, written by O. Henry. This is the last unit from prose section. So there are total 4 sections in prose. Question number 1, the Prose after 20 years was written by options A.G. Gardiner, O. Henry, Robert Lind, and last option is H.G. Wells, and the correct answer is O. Henry, option number 2. Next question. Question number 2, the story after 20 years involves dash in an emotional connection. 2 persons, 3 persons, 5 persons and 6 persons, and correct option is 2 persons, option number 1. Question number 3, in the story after 20 years a man stands dash in a London street, in a Washington street, in a New York street, and none of those. What is the correct answer? In a New York street, option number 3. A man means Bob. Question number 4, the man standing in the New York street was waiting for his options enemy, manager, companion, and what is the last option? Friend, and the correct answer is number 4, friend. Next question. Question number 5, the appointment to meet one friend to another friend was made 10 years earlier, 5 years earlier, 20 years earlier, 1 year earlier, and the correct option is number 3, that is the 20 years earlier. Next question. Question number 6, identify the original name of O. Henry from the following. 1, William Sidney Porter, Emily Bronte, H.G. Wells, and number 4 is W. Yeats, and the correct answer is number 1, William Sidney Porter. Next question. Question number 7, the name of the restaurant where 2 friends Jimmy and Bob made an agreement was Hit and Fit, Victoria Restaurant, Roosevelt Restaurant, and last one is Big Joe, and the correct option is option number 4, that is the Big Joe Restaurant. Next question, according to the officer, the restaurant existed till 10 years, 5 years, then 20 years, and the last one is 1 year, and the correct option is number 2, that is 5 years, that is the Big Joe Restaurant. Next question. Question number 9. The name of Bob's friend was Timmy, Jimmy, Tony, Ricky. And the correct option is option number 2, Jimmy. Next question. Question number 10. Based on after 20 years, the officer asked the man with the great purpose, care, interest, and the last one is intention, and the option is answer number 3, that is interest. Officer means police officer. Jimmy's friend's name was mentioned in the story after 20 years. One Silky Ronnie, Silky Bob, Silky John, and a Silky Tommy, and the correct answer is option number 2, that is Silky Bob. What is the next one? Question number 12. Warrants against Silky Bob was issued in dash in the story after 20 years. Washington, Moscow, London, and Chicago. Answer is option number 4, Chicago. Next question. Question number 13. Jimmy departed the place, arresting Bob, threatening Bob, without arresting Bob, and last one is none of the above, and the correct answer is without arresting Bob, option number 3. Next question. Bob struck a match to light. Options are given: his cigar, cigarette, the switch, and all the above, and the correct answer is option number 1, his cigar. Next question. O. Henry was a famous dash short story writer. British, American, then Australian, and the last option Canadian, and the correct answer is option number 2, American. O. Henry was a famous American writer. Now dear students, we are going to discuss the poetry section, and the first unit is O Captain, My Captain. This is a poem written by Walt Whitman. The most important MCQs are given there now. The first MCQ based on that: who is the narrator of the poem O Captain, My Captain? Options are given: farmer, sailor, then beggar, and the last option is butcher, and the correct answer is option number 2, that is a sailor. Next question. Question number 2. Who wrote the poem O Captain, My Captain? Options: W.B. Yeats, T.S. Eliot, Walt Whitman, and the last option Helen Keller, and the correct option is option number 3, Walt Whitman. Next question. Walt Whitman was a/an poet, American, Indian, British, or Canadian? And what is the correct answer? That is American, first answer. Next question. Walt Whitman's poem O Captain, My Captain is a/an epic, lyric, sonnet, and last option elegy, and the correct answer is option number 4, that is elegy. Next question. Whitman's O Captain, My Captain is an elegy written to mourn the death of soldiers who died in the war, Abraham Lincoln, people who were killed in the USA, his friend, his guide, and the correct answer is Abraham Lincoln, the president of the USA, 16th president of the USA. Question number 6. Abraham Lincoln, the president of the USA, was assassinated in April 1864, April 1875, April 1865, April 1866, and the correct option is option number 3, April 1865. Next question. Question number 7. Who does Whitman address directly in the poem? Admiral, Commodore, General, and last option is Captain, and the correct option is option number 4, that is Captain. Next question. Why are the people mentioned in the poem O Captain, My Captain so jubilant? The victor ship comes in with object 1. They had good harvest. It was Christmas. It was a sunny weather. And the correct answer is the victor ship comes in with object 1. Next question. Question number 9. The narrator in the poem is sad because he lost goal. Captain is dead, and he got injuries in the war, and his family was assassinated, and the correct option is option number 2, Captain is dead. Next question. What is an elegy? What is an elegy? A poem that celebrates marriage, a poem full of jokes, a poem that mourns dead, a kind of speech, and the correct option is a poem that mourns dead. Option number 3. Next question, question number 11. What is the meaning of the word kill? Options are given. Material in the ship, a kind of weapon used in the war, a machine saw to be used to cut the big trees, and the last option is given. Option number 4 is the correct answer. Frame supporting to the bottom of the ship. Next question number 12. After the death of the captain, what had dropped on the deck? His knife, his blood, his book of war, and last is none of the above, and the correct answer is option number 2, his blood. Next question. Identify the figure of speech in the line exult O shores and ring O bells. Options: metaphor, antithesis, personification, and last one is oxymoron. And the correct option is option number 3, personification. Question number 14. Identify the figure of speech in the line exult O shores and ring O bells. Already this is a repeated question. Already I told you the answer, and the correct answer is option number 3, that is personification. Next question, question number 15. Identify the figure of speech in the line flag is flung and safe and sound. Options: alliteration, antithesis, personification, and last one is oxymoron, and the correct option is option number 1, alliteration, repetition of fur sound, fur and then so. Now we are going to discuss the next section, communication and life skills, and no, that is one more poem is left, that is A Prayer for My Daughter from poetry section, unit number 2, written by W.B. Yeats. A Prayer for My Daughter. First question. William Butler Yeats was a/an author, American, British, Irish, and Australian, and the correct option is option number 3, Irish author. He was an Irish author. Irish means from Ireland. Next question. Who has written the poem A Prayer for My Daughter? T.S. Eliot, W.B. Yeats, John Keats, and Walt Whitman, and the correct option is option number 2, W.B. Yeats. Next poem. Next question based on poem. The poem A Prayer for My Daughter was published in which year? 1919, 1920, 1921, and 1922, and the correct option is 1921, option number 3. In 1919 it was written but published in 1921. Next question. W.B. Yeats received the Nobel Prize in which year? 1923, 1922, 1921, and 1920, and the correct option is option number 1, 1923. Question number 5. The poem A Prayer for My Daughter by Yeats is addressed to his daughter which? What is the name? Rosie, Amanda, Laurel, and Annie, and the correct option is option number 4, Annie. The name of his daughter, Annie. Next question based on the poem. The poem A Prayer for My Daughter begins by describing harvesting, storm, flood, and drought, and the correct option is option number 2, that is storm. Next question. How many stanzas are there in the poem A Prayer for My Daughter by Yeats? 6 stanzas, 8 stanzas, 10 stanzas, and 12 stanzas, and the correct option is option number 3, 10 stanzas are there. Next question, question number 8. A Prayer for My Daughter by W.B. Yeats opens with an image of the newborn child dash in a cradle, crying, playing, laughing, sleeping, and the correct answer is option number 4, sleeping in a cradle. Next question, question number 9. W.B. Yeats feels a kind of gloom and worry about the dash of his daughter in the poem A Prayer for My Daughter, present, future, past, all the above, and the correct option is option number 2, future. Now, A Prayer for My Daughter is a reflection of the poet's dash for his daughter. What is that? Love, hate, sorrow, and what is the last one? All the above, and the correct answer is option number 1, love for his daughter. Next question, question number 11. Who is the speaker in the poem A Prayer for My Daughter? the sister of daughter, the poet himself, the brother of the daughter, and the mother of the daughter, and the correct option is option number 2, the poet himself, Mr. W.B. Yeats. Next question. Identify the last line of the poem A Prayer for My Daughter. Once more the storm is howling and half heat, dancing to a frenzied drum at every windy quarter hall, and custom for the spreading laurel tree, and the correct answer is and custom for the spreading laurel. That is the last line, option number 4 is correct. Question number 3, not question number 13. Identify the tone of the poem A Prayer for My Daughter. Gloomy, frightening, didactic, and all the above, and the correct answer is all the above, option number 4. Next question. Question number 14. Identify the correct rhyme scheme of the poem A Prayer for My Daughter. AABB, ABAB, ABBA, ABCA. And the correct answer is option number 1, AABB. Next question. Question number 15. Identify the figure of speech in the line Murderous Innocence of the Sea. Personification, onomatopoeia, paradox, metaphor, and the correct answer is option number 3, there is paradox, murderous innocence. Here you can understand. Question number 16. W.B. Yeats was one of the founders of the famous Abbey Theatre in England, Dublin, Edinburgh, and Paris, and the correct option is option number 2, that is Dublin, that is in Ireland, option number 2. Next question. Which movement promoted the spirit of Ireland's native heritage? French Revolution, Romantic Revival movement, Pre-Raphaelite movement, and Celtic Revival movement. Option number 4 is correct. Celtic Revival movement. Next question. Question number 18. What does the storm symbolize in the poem A Prayer for My Daughter by Yeats? And options. Question number 19. The poem A Prayer for My Daughter was published in the anthology The Tower, The Wild Swans at Cooley, The Wanderings of Oisin, and the other poem Michael Robertus and the Dancer. And answer is option number 4, Michael Robertus and the Dancer. Next question. Question number 20. A prayer for my daughter is a prayer for in a damaged civilization, harshness and crudeness, order and grace, unkindness, clumsiness. Okay, and the correct option is number 2, order and grace in a damaged civilization. So dear students, we discussed different MCQs based on the poem. Now I am going to start with the new section, that is the section number 3, that is communication and life skills, unit number 1, letter writing, report writing, and blog writing. Three parts are there actually. So questions are given, mixed questions are there. Question number 1. How would you not send a formal letter to the concerned authority? By post, by hand, by email, and by bus. And the correct option is by bus. Option number 4. We should not send the formal letter by bus. Next question. If you are writing a job application letter but you have not been given a name contact, how should you sign off the letter? 4 options are given and the correct option is option number 3, yours faithfully. Yours faithfully. Apostrophe S should not be there. Keep in mind. Question number 3. At which place with love can be used in an informal letter? Closing, main body, opening, or middle? And definitely the option is option number 1, closing. At the end you can say we have to write this. Next question. Suppose we did not know the recipient's name of a letter. How we can address the recipient? Dear Mr., Dear Mrs., Dear Sir, oblique Madam, Dear Mr. and Mrs. And option number 3 is correct. Dear Sir, oblique Madam. We have to write in that way. Next question. A formal letter should be dash to have the desired effect on the recipient. In the appropriate format, to the point and relevant, grammatically correct, and all the above. And correct option is option number 4. All the above should be there. Next question. Question number 6. Which of the following is the name given to the date and address at the top in a formal letter? What is that? Heading, salutation, closing, and none of the above. And the correct answer is option number 1. This is called heading. Question number 7. Identify the parts of a personal letter. Which are the parts? The sender's address and the date, the salutation and the body of the letter, the complimentary clause and the signature. And option number 4 is all the above, and correct answer is option number 4, all the above. Next question. Personal letters are written to dash. They are written to friends, They are written to relatives. They are written to both friends and relatives, managers, and the correct option is number 3, both friends and relatives. Personal letters means informal letters. Next question number 9. Subject line is compulsory in formal, official letter, informal, personal letter, both 1 and 2, none of the above, and the correct answer is option number 1, formal or official letters. Next question. How do you end the main body of a formal letter? How should it be ended? By talking about whether in your city, by telling recipients what should be doing next, and read the options, and the correct option is option number 2, by telling the recipient that why are you writing this letter. Next question. What would you say in the opening part of a formal letter? Again, the options are given. Go through all the options, and the correct answer is option number 4. Inform the recipient. Let me tell you what is that. Option number 4 is there. Inform the recipient why you are writing the letter. Now the next question is on the screen. The main point is written in which part of the formal letter? Options are given. Opening, body, then closing, and the last option postscript, and the correct answer is option number 2, body. Next question. In an informal letter you should dash, scribble, ignore grammar, write legibly in simple English, make grammatical mistakes. Option number 3 is correct. Write legibly in simple English. Next question. With love is used in which part of an informal letter? I think I already discussed this one. That is heading, opening, body, and closing, and option number 4 is correct. That is closing. Next question. All these questions what I discussed based on formal letter, means letter writing, formal and informal. Identify the correct statement regarding official or formal letter, and the options are given, and the correct answer is option number 4, all the above. Next question. Dash establishes the technical report. So questions based on report writing now. Logical conclusion, illogical conclusion, misguiding points, and allegations, and the correct answer is option number 1, logical conclusions establishes the technical report. So next question. Which is not the basis for a technical report? Facts, tests, prejudices, and analysis. Easily we can identify. Answer is option number 3, prejudices. They should not be in the report, technical report. Next question. In a technical report, which of these must be avoided? What is to be avoided? Facts, logical conclusions, objective evaluations, and subjective evaluation. Answer is option number 4, subjective evaluation should not be there. Next question. Question number 19. A report may be used for what purpose? Options: reading, listening, both 1 and 2, and third none of the above, and the correct answer is option number 3, both 1 and 2. Question number 20. Reports that provide data for findings, analysis, and conclusions are analytical reports, informational reports, progress reports, and summary reports, and the correct answer is option number 1, analytical reports. Question number 21. If you want to increase your credibility when writing a business report, you should work to. Options are given, and the correct answer is there. Provide facts and conclusions. Option number 1 is correct. Question number 22. When you are writing a report, be sure to adapt to your audience by being sensitive to their needs, controlling your style and tone, both 1 and 2, none of the above, and answer is option number 3, both 1 and 2. Next question. Reports present conclusions based on investigations, beliefs, intuition, and impression, and the correct option is answer is 1, investigations. 24. A written report is more formal than an oral report. True or false? And this is absolutely true. Option number 1. Next question. Question number 25. Into which of these types are formal reports not classified. 4 options given: informational, interpretative, oral and routine, and option number 3 is the correct answer. This is not a kind of the report. Technical. Question number 26. What does belong not? What is that? Blog stand for? So blog writing, weblog, big blog, and the correct answer is option number 2, weblog. So the questions are based on now blog writing. A person who blogs is called a browser, vlogger, writer, and option number 2 for blogger, and answer is option number 4, that is blogger. A person who writes blog is called blogger. Next question. Basic blog entries that usually show up on the home page of a blog are called. So home page of that: post, pages, gadgets, and categories, and it is called what? What is the correct option? Number 1, post. Next question. Usually one of the first things bloggers do is change this, which is the look of the blog: image, theme, sidebar, and the look, and the correct answer is option number 2, that is the theme. It can be changed. Next questions. These are similar to post but are for static content which you won't change often, which gets theme, pages, and all the above, and the correct option is option number 3, pages. Next question. Based on blog writing, these allow readers to reply to what you write, leave links, and create a general discussions. Yes, easily you can find out the answer. Answer is option number 1, that is comments. Next question. What does URL stand for? URL stand for. Options are given. Number 1, universal railway LAN, universal resource locator, uniform resource locator, underneath resource locator. Option number, which is the 3, uniform resource locator, that is called URL. Next question 33. Clickable content in a page post that takes the reader to another page or site is called. Options are on the screen, and the correct answer is option number 2, a link or hyperlink. Next question, question number 34. A photo, graphic, or image that represents you across blogs is called. A logo, an image, an avatar, and all the above, and the correct option is option number 3, an avatar. Next question, question number 35. What are the benefits of blogging? So certain options are given. Please read the options, and the correct option is all the above and more. Question answer, that is 4, option number 4. So we discussed different questions based on unit number 1 from communication and life skills. Now we are going to discuss the MCQs based on unit number 2, that is resume writing and emails. So first I am going to discuss questions based on resume writing. What is the total number of references normally mentioned in the resume? Options 1, 2, 3, and 4. And correct answer is option number 2. 2 references are normally mentioned in a resume. Next question. Which is not compulsory to be mentioned in the resume? Name, qualification, relative names, and references. So the correct answer is option number 3. Relative names should not be mentioned. It is not compulsory. Next question. References must not be mentioned in a resume. Is it true or false? Yes, it is false. Option number 2. References must be mentioned, actually must not be, so it is false. Next question. Which of the following should not be a part of resume? What should not be? Your friends' names, qualification, contact information, references, and option number 1 is correct one. Your friends' names should not be mentioned in the resume. Next question. In resume, where you should keep your career goal? Where to keep? Skills, qualification, objective, and references, and the correct option is option number 3, objective, career objective. Next question. Resume is a dash word which means summary, and options are given: American, Latin, Greek, and French, and the correct option is option number 4. It is a French word. A resume is the French word. Next question, the resume type that showcases the job seeker's qualification and skills is, options are given and the correct answer is, this is called what kind of resume? Option number 2, this is the functional resume. Dear students, C1, CV, resume and biodata, these are 3 alternative terms. Next question, the heading of a resume includes personal information and name and address, names of references, experience, career, objective, and the correct answer is number 1, personal information, name and address. Next question, the best way to start a statement on your resume is with I or my, a noun, an active verb and an adjective, and the correct option is option number 3, an active verb must be written. Next question, question number 10, choose the correct statements related to resume. A resume can contain grammatical mistakes. A resume does not have any references. Contact details are optional in resume, and the correct one is 4, none of the above. Question number 11, an applicant should always print their resume on paper that is, options are given, and the correct answer is option number 2, white or light color, not any other paper. Option number 2, white or light color. Next question, resume can be delivered through, options, email, fax, post, all the above, and the correct answer is option number 4, all the above. Next question, question number 13, CV stands for, options, curriculum vitae, curricular vitae, curriculum velocity, curriculum out, and the correct answer is option number 1, curriculum vitae. Next question, to get help with writing a professional resume, you can use resources, books, articles, internet, all the above. The correct answer is option number 4, all the above can be used. Next question, which of the following is considered unprofessional while writing a resume? Unprofessional, what is that? Using basic fonts like Times Roman, using 12 font, using a pink or faint color, all the above, and the correct answer is option number 3, using a pink or any other color, that is wrong, unprofessional. Now next one from unit number 2, that is emails. So email writing, so questions based on email writing, very important. So first question is given there, identify the long form of email from the below given options, electrical mail, electronics mail, electronic mail, and number 4, electronic mail. See the spellings, and the correct option is option number 3, electronic mail. Number 2, what does BCC stand for in email drafting? Options, behind, business copy, blind carbon copy, blind copy, and last option is business carbon copy, and the correct answer is option number 2, blind carbon copy, BCC. Next question, question number 3, the subject line in email drafting is used for, options are given, and the correct answer, please read these options, and the correct answer is option number 1, giving a brief description of the email. Next question, which of these is a good example of an email username? Sassy Chick 2020, whatever 2020, Nikhil Patil 1, and number 4 is who am I guess, and the correct answer is option number 3, Nikhil Patil 1. This is the good example of email username. Next question, good morning Mr. Rathi is an example of a dash, salutation, closing statement, then email body, and last option, subject line. This is option number 1 is the correct answer. This is the part of salutation. Next question, question number 6, email content should ideally be presented as one long paragraph, bullet points, then story format, and the last one is what, text and images, and the correct answer is bullet points, option number 2, it must be Ideally it should contain, that is 2 bullet points. Next question, how should the subject line be? One long paragraph, obscure, blank, and short and precise. And what is the answer? Option number 4 is the correct answer, short and precise. Subject line should be short and precise. Next question, SMS language, great, TC, tomorrow in the email should, it must not be. What is the answer? Options are given, read that one. It should not be used in any case. This is the correct answer, option number 3, that is not be used in any case. SMS language should not be used in any case in email writing. Next question, email address contains dash parts, 3, 2, then 1 and 4, and the correct answer is option number 2. 2 parts are there, username and remaining part after at. Next question, question number 10, the tone of your emails should be polite and assertive, aggressive, then bossy, and the last one is insulting, and the correct option is answer number 1. Correct answer is option number 1, it must be polite and assertive. Next question, proofreading emails before hitting send is, so it is the best practice. Option number 3 is the correct one from the options, so it must be done, proofreading must be done. Next question, it is important to read the email completely before responding. Yes, it is important to read. Yes, it must be read. Option number 1 is the correct answer. Yes, it must be read. Next question, an email includes a storage area known as, what is that? Attachment, hyperlink, IP address, mailbox, and the correct answer is option number 4, that is called mailbox. Next, email addresses separate the username and ISP with the letter. Options are given, and the correct answer is option number 3, at. This is used in the email address. Next question, which of the following is not the part of the formal format of email? Sender, inbox, sendbox, PowerPoint, and the correct option is option number 4, PowerPoint is not a part of or the format of email. So in this way we discuss the questions based on resume writing and email writing. Now I am going to discuss the most important MCQs based on last unit, unit number 3, non-verbal communication, from the section communication and life skills. So very important questions are there now. I am sure that this video will help you a lot. Question number 1, non-verbal communication means use of words in communication, use of signs and symbols, signals and body language in communication, and the correct answer, 4 options are given. Option number 2 is correct. Option number 2, use of signs, symbols, signals. Question number 2, dash involves gesture, postures, facial expressions and body language. Options, kinesics, proxemics, chronemics and haptics, and the correct answer is option number 1, kinesics. Next question. Question number 3, which of the following term is associated with communication through touch? 4 options, kinesics, proxemics, chronemics and haptics, and the correct answer is option number 4, it is called haptics, communication done through touch. Next question, chronemics means, what does it mean? Options are given, communication through touch, distance between sender and receiver, manipulation of time in communication, use of body language, and the correct answer is option number 3, manipulation of time in communication process. That is meaning of chronemics. Next question, identify the examples of haptics. Haptics means what? Communication done through touch. Examples, handshake, patting on back, touching the feet, and option number 4, all the above, and correct answer is option number 4, all the above are the examples of haptics. Question number 6, a distance that we keep from other during the communication process is called. Options, haptics, proxemics, chronemics and kinesics, and the correct option is option number 2, proxemics. How many zones are mentioned related to proxemics? So how many zones are there? 2, 3, 4 and last one is 6, and the correct option is there are total 4 zones. Option number 3 is the correct one. Next question, dash deals with the vocal qualities such volume, pitch, rate, pronunciation, stress and intonation. Options are given. 1. Paralanguage. 2. Vocalics. 3. Both 1 and 2. Number 4. None of the above, and the correct answer is option number 3. Both 1 and 2. Paralanguage and vocalics both are the same terms. Question number 9. How you hold your whole body in the communication process is termed as. 4 options are given. Posture, gesture, paralanguage and vocalics, and the correct answer is how you hold means posture. Posture. Option number 1. Next question, nodding your head and waving your hand are the examples of posture, gesture, paralanguage, and the last option is vocalics, and the correct answer is gesture, nodding your head and waving your hand. Next question, patting on the back and caressing a baby by its mother are the examples of. So there is a touch between the skin, so it is called what? Haptics. And the correct answer is already I told you option number 1, that is haptics. Next question, which of these is the main element of non-verbal communication? The volume of the speaker, name of the speaker, name of the sender, then age of the speaker. No. And what is the correct answer over here? Option number 1, the volume of the speaker. The volume of the speaker. Rashi's beaded necklace and Nandita's ankle bracelet are the examples of proxemics, chronemics, kinesics, and what is the last one? Artifacts. 2 spellings are given. Correct answer is artifacts, option number 4. Next question. The term kinesics includes gesture and postures, eye contact, facial expressions, and all the above, and the correct answer is option number 4. All the above are the parts of kinesics. Next question. The term kinesics includes gestures and postures, eye contact. Okay, this question is repeated, and the answer already I told you, all the above. All the above, option number 4. So dear students, in this way I discussed the most important questions based on the topic, based on all the topics from the subject compulsory English. Hope all these questions will be useful for you. I request everyone to like, share and subscribe the channel to stay tuned with me. Thank you so much.